teachers may choose to assign video prompts to students by using Flipgrid. Flipgrid is a fun application, and the assignment may arrive in a student's Google Classroom, where the link will take them directly into the Flipgrid app. There's also a chance that a teacher might assign this Flipgrid prompt via Microsoft Teams or via an email, or even during a Google Meet or Zoom meeting. So I want to make sure our students all know how to add the Flipgrid app to Classlink and get in and use all the really cool, fun tools that may be made available to them. First, to add the app for Classlink to a student Classlink page, students tap on the plus sign in the upper left-hand corner of their Classlink page, and students only have access to the Chino Valley Unified School District Library. Tap in the word Flipgrid, and while I'm a teacher and I see two different versions, students are going to choose Flipgrid, and teachers, of course, would choose Flipgrid Admin. When I do that, I see the word add right below, and that means it's going to add it to my Classlink page. There's an X up here in the upper right-hand corner, and there is my Flipgrid app. When I tap on this for the very first time, it's going to take me into a page that asks for a join code. Join codes are usually a series of 6 to 8 letters and numbers. And so there's my join code, and all I have to do is tap that little arrow, and it's going to ask me to log in. This is a security measure. The person who created the prompt in Flipgrid wants to make sure that the only people responding are those people who have her blessing to do so. So students, you will tap on either join with Google or join with Microsoft and enter your district email, the full district email, and your district password, which is the one you use to get into Classlink. Students, when you first arrive in the prompt area, you're going to see the name of the prompt, your prompt itself, maybe with a couple of little directions. And if you struggle with reading or you'd rather have this information read to you, you may just tap on this little microphone and the immersive reader will read that out loud to you. Then all you do is tap on this button here that says record a response, or the big red button down here with the camera on it. All right, now we're ready to record, and you can see a red button right here that's begging to be tapped. But there's a couple of things I'd like to show you first before we dive into our response. First, I want you to know what your options are. Over on the left, there's some ellipses. If you click on that, it'll give you a couple of options. Perhaps you've already created a video response for this prompt somewhere else. Maybe you used your device camera on your phone, or you walked around with an iPad and recorded something, and then you would just tap on upload clip and locate that clip or video from your device and attach it to this response, so you get full credit. If you are in some way maybe camera shy, or there's no reason to have any video, or perhaps your teacher even asked you to do maybe a little radio broadcast or podcast broadcast, then you can choose microphone only and the screen will not show your image. Mirroring your video might be handy if you split the screen later, or if you have things you need to demonstrate to one side or the other. You may mute your recording if you need to at some point. And of course, this is really cool. You can record what's actually on your computer screen. Now, let me close those options and go to the other side of the record button. These effects make it really a creative opportunity for you as you're creating your response. These are disabled by teachers sometimes because they're looking for a more professional response. Some of these special filters and stickers and emojis can get a little distracting. So I want you to know they're here, and if they're allowed, to please use them like you would salt, just sprinkle a little bit. Filters basically give you a color choice over what's being recorded. This right here will give you bricks like you would with Legos. This pixelization is also good for the camera shy. We'll make it look a little bit more like a Minecraft opportunity. Under effects, you'll find different kinds of frames that you might want to use. Some are larger, some are smaller. Know what you're going to use before you start clicking through them on a video. Of course, you can add stickers of all kinds. I won't even show you those. We know what emojis look like, but there are a lot of them. And there are two ways to get content on your screen as you are recording as well. One would be to text or type in your information or your ideas and thoughts. So this is my thought right. And if I need to remove this thought, it'll stay there until I do remove it. I can simply go up here, tap on that. Here we are. And I can, where to go? Oh, well, I can just go reverse, undo. There we go. That'll do her. The second way to add your thoughts into this video would be to maybe draw them. So if I want to make sure I use a color that will show up, I can change my colors, change the thickness, and perhaps we've been talking about math and I want to figure out the answer to this and I'm having some difficulty. I can add that and talk through that in my response video. Let's see, I can actually, more importantly, use a whiteboard if I wish, make the whole thing into a whiteboard by doing that, or just half of it or part of it into a whiteboard. So that's handy. Also have a blackboard if I'd rather use a blackboard. I'm going to maybe remove my frame. There we go, and now everything's going to be a little more clear. So what I find when I'm using a lot of these tools is it makes it a little more difficult for me to do it while I'm recording. So keep in mind that while you're recording, you can press this red button to pause and then write out or change what you want to in your recording and then continue recording. So this button is not just record, but it is also pause and continue. Get rid of this. And how about we actually do some recording, huh? All right. Now it would appear that my camera isn't working. So I'm going to pause this, maybe flip. And I'm going to ask to, oh, hello, there it is. Now it's working, but I need to redo that recording because I was talking over it. So I'm going to go back, confirm that I want to redo this. And I can, over and over again, record a bit, change my mind, go back, re-record, pause, start again. This whole process is made much easier if I can remember that I can always pause in between or redo what I've done. So students, when you get a prompt from your teacher, I hope you enjoy the tools that are made available to you. And if they aren't, keep remembering that pausing is a great strategy. A couple of strategies while I have you. One is over here on the right in the upper right hand corner. If you don't remember what the prompt is, tap on that little circle and it'll bring that prompt up for you. It doesn't show up in your recording, but it will make it easier for you to refer back to it rather than having to change pages or look at your notes. To get rid of it, if it's bothering you and you've remembered just fine, you can just tap that same circle again. What's this button do? Well, this one allows you to take some notes. So remember to whatever you want to remember. So if you want to, before you start recording, take a couple of notes, have them in front of you. They will not show up in your recording. So I'm going to record right now, and I'll just prove that to you. I'll record a little something right there. We go. And here we go. Good day. My name is Kim James, and I'm responding to the prompt which asks me, which is the better ice cream, mint chip or peanut butter and chocolate? Well, I don't know. See what I did there? I paused it, and I am going to include my notes right here. I love PB. And now when I'm done with my video, I simply hit next, and it'll allow me to preview it. So I'm going to do that. Preview. Good day, my name is Kim James, and I'm responding to the prompt which asks me, Which is the better ice cream, mint chip or peanut butter and chocolate? Yeah, so anyway, we don't have to listen to that whole thing over and over again, but you should know that you can add more. Should you watch this video, review it, and say, you know, there's not enough information. I forgot to give my reasons. I forgot to, my supporting details, that kind of thing. But if I'm happy with this video, again, hit that same next button one more time, and it's time just to tidy it up to turn it in. There we go. I can change the name of it right here. My name is here. My name is Mrs. James, you heard me say. I've got other information I can add if I want to. I don't really want to. But every video that is created inside Flipgrid requires a quick selfie to identify who the speaker is. I can upload a photo from my device. I can select a frame from the video itself, or I can just go ahead and take a selfie. So I'm going to go ahead and take a selfie. And then confirm that that's just fine and submit it. All right. You'll get a little celebration. Oop, there it is, and when everything is complete. And at this time, students, you can download your video if you want to keep it for posterity. You know it's awesome. Otherwise, it's only going to be housed inside that prompt. Your teachers will get it right away, and that's the whole show. Hope you guys have a great time using Flipgrid.